Hello everyone, let's have a look at question 3. Overall, everyone did really well on question 3. So we have a circle with center C has the equation x squared plus y squared plus 2x minus 6y minus 40 equals 0. Express this equation in the form, so x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals d. So let's rearrange this equation. So we have x squared plus 2x plus y squared minus 6y minus 40 equals 0. So since we want to get the square root, so we'll complete the square root. So x, then half of this value, so plus 1 squared minus 1. So we complete the square for this part. Then we complete the square for this part here. So plus y. So half this value here, minus 3 squared. Then minus this number squared, which is minus 9 minus 40 equals 0. Then just simplify it. I have x plus 1 squared plus y minus 3 squared minus 50 equals 0. Then remember we have to write our solution in this format. So it's x plus 1 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals to 50. Then part B, so state the coordinate C. So C is our center, and this is just when we set this equals to 0, so the x is minus 1, and when this is equals to 0, is our y coordinate, so our y is 3. So our center is equals to minus 1, 3. Then part 2, we asked to find the radius of the circle. Then give your answer this format. So this answer here, remember this is r squared. So if we know r squared is 50, so for radius must be root 50. But you only get 1 mark by writing root 50. I want you to give in this format. So in root 2, so remember 50 can be split into 2 times 25. So root 2 is root 2. Root 25 is 5. So your answer should be 5 root 2. Part C, we tell the point P with coordinate 4k. So x is 4, y is equals to k. So find the possible values for k. So this is a substitution. So we have our equation from previous. So we're just substituting our values. So x is 4 squared plus 2 times 4 plus, so y is k squared minus 6k minus 40 equals 0. Then just expand. So we have 16 plus 2 times 8, 4 is 8, plus k squared minus 6k minus 40 equals 0. Then simplify. 16 plus 8, 24 minus 40 is minus 16. Then we have k squared minus 6k minus 16 equals 0. And the question asks us to find the possible values. So there's 2 values. So we factorize to find the values of k. So this should be k, 2 and 8 give you 16. We want minus 6. So minus 8 plus 2. To find the values for k, we set each bracket to 0. So x plus 2, k plus 2 equals 0. our k minus 8 equals 0. Then k most equals to minus 2, our k equals 8. So here is your two solutions. Then part D. So the point Q and R lies on the circle. The length of the chord QR is 2. Calculate the shortest distance from C to chord QR. So let's do a sketch of the diagram. So we have our circle here. And we know the center from part B is minus 1, 3. So our center is somewhere around here. Then we taught that the chord Q and R lies on a circle and is a chord. So let's call this Q and this R. So this is our chord QR. And we know the total length of here is 2. And we know the radius from part B, the radius is 5√2. Then we taught calculate the shortest distance from C to chord QR. So the shortest distance from C to QR must be perpendicular. Therefore, it's a Pythagoras question. So remember, this is not a correct sketch, but this should be perpendicular bisect. So this length here should be 1, and we want to find out this distance here. So this is a Pythagoras question. So our a squared plus b squared is equals to c squared. So we don't know, that's the value we want to find, so I'm just going to call this A plus, so the value of our B is 1 squared equals, so 5√2 squared. So from previously, we know R squared is 50. Then rearrange and solve. So a squared is 50 minus 1, so a squared equals 49. So the shortest distance is going to be √49, which is equals to 7.